This is Hu Tao, an on-field DPS, and this is your greatest weakness, the stamina bar. But what if I told you that I found a solution, a miracle cure if you will, that will allow any C0 Hu Tao haver to gain the effects of her first constellation without spending another primo gem? As you can see, Hu Tao is not C1. No constellations at all, not even sitting on him. But now, when we activate, we use our charge attacks, we're not using any stamina. But be warned, this might take up all of your time resident artifact XP like it did mine. So how'd I do it? First off, some background. Traditionally, Hu Tao gets the Crimson Witch artifact set, with either the Staff of Homa for rich bloods, or White Tassel for you free-to-play folks. I was able to snipe a Staff of the Homeless off the weapon banner from a previous rerun, but I'm still farming for better Crimson Witch pieces. The best teams to run for Hu Tao are Vaporized, so we usually add her in with characters like Yelan or Xingqiu, but with how elemental application works, Yelan is a bit more problematic when combined with Hu Tao's Blood Blossom procs, so in short, Xingqiu works more reliably with Hu Tao. On top of your Hydro character, adding in a Pyro healer and support like Bennett activates a 25% attack buff from Pyro Resonance, and nabbing an Animo support like Sucrose allows you to gain even more damage from Vivi Shred. So our base Hu Tao build is Crimson Witch and Staff of Homa with Xingqiu, Sucrose, and Bennett backing her up. The team's rotation, that I'm absolutely awful at, relies on swirling Pyro with Sucrose and using Bennett's Burst when available, and vaping on Hu Tao's Pyro hits with the Hydro previously applied by Xingqiu. But the limit here is the stamina bar, which is why this is one of the few teams where the maximum DPS phase length is directly dependent on exploration. The best tech to use is dash canceling, which burns through your stamina points more rapidly than usual. And here's Hoiver swooping in to save the day, setting up Hu Tao's first constellation to completely remove the charge attack stamina cost for the entirety of Hu Tao's skill duration. And you can have it too for the low price of up to 180 intertwined fates. But you read the title and you watched the clip at the beginning of the video, and you can get the same effect as Hu Tao's first constellation for free. Nothing more out of pocket than you've already spent. But before this goes on too long, there's just one small correction that I should make. It's not the exact same effect as her C1, it's more of a parallel buff, as it only lasts 10 seconds, and you have to defeat an enemy first to proc it. That's right, you probably guessed it. This effect comes from the Bloodstained Chivalry artifact set. On top of the temporary stamina reduction, our Hu Tao gets an extra 50% buff to her charge attack damage and an overall 25% bonus to physical damage. So if you want this free C1 for your Hu Tao today, all you have to do is farm the Bloodstained and Noblesse domain or Strongbox for the set. But this video wouldn't be complete without a comparison to a Crimson Witch Hu Tao. So while I discuss what I like about the setup, I'll have some footage of both builds fighting bosses and open world enemies. What is there to love about a counterfeit constellation taking up your artifact set? First and foremost, Bloodstained Chivalry Hu Tao can deal decent physical damage for when you don't want to use any of your abilities, and on top of that, if you're facing multiple enemies, you can set up all of your buffs, then take out one enemy with Hu Tao right before or after activating your skill, so the end of your skill always signals the end of your damage phase, instead of your stamina bar sometimes playing a part there. Xingqiu's burst is long enough that even the short delay in activating Hu Tao's skill doesn't mess with the burst duration timing. So if you don't want to wish for her first constellation, Hu Tao's stamina problem can be addressed by farming up some Bloodstained Chivalry pieces, but at the end of the day, you'll see more damage output from using Crimson Witch. This would also leave the door open for getting C1 in the future, as opposed to it being redundant with the Bloodstained set, which is why I won't be going for her first constellation. On top of that, using this alternate build frees up my Crimson Witch set for another Pyro DPS to use. So as you see in the Regisvine fight, my rotation for the Bloodstained side is a little bit borked, so it takes a little bit longer. However, when we get to Masanori, you see a little bit of a difference since it has a lot more health and it requires more rotations. You actually see something I haven't shown in the video yet, how good my artifact sets are. My Bloodstained Chivalry set gives Hu Tao a better crit value than my Crimson Witch set. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, this was supposed to be more of a meme build, but it actually turned out to be something a little bit more serious. And I think I'm going to be running that on my Hu Tao from here on out until at least I get a better Crimson Witch set, at which point I'm probably just going to go to another character.
Your fate. Absorption let me leave you. Let's go. Animal test 60 real. Rain cutter.
But that's all I got for now. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a sub to get notified when I post, and I'll see you next time.